I got suspended for 3 days from my school, and I have 45 days of OAC.
As I'm recording this video right now, school for me starts in literally 10 days. And most people would be pretty excited about it. Like, oh yeah, man, school. Aren't you excited to see your friends, your new school schedule, you know, all this other stuff, right? And most of the time, I would say, yeah, I am pretty excited, you know, to get this new year started, learn some new things, meet some new people, meet my friends again, all that jazz. Except today, because unfortunately, I live in Texas, and you see this little nifty device right here, you guys? This is called a phone, an iPhone to be exact. And it turns out that in the state of Texas, these motherfuckers decided to put a statewide ban on iPhone usage in school. Those of you who don't live in Texas or maybe just don't even look at the news, Greg Abbott, who is the governor of Texas, decided to implement a statewide law that outlawed cell phones to be allowed in school, meaning you can be fined or even arrested if your phone is caught being out anytime at school. And as somebody that goes to high school in Texas, I truly cannot describe to you how fucking mad I am right now. Because, like, I don't want to be that guy right now, right? But when it comes to issues that are not just affecting the state, but nationwide when it comes to schools, I don't know, man. I can think of, like, probably a bigger issue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but to me, school shooting sounds like a pretty big fucking issue to me as well. And Texas, by the way, has the most school shootings out of any fucking state. So you're trying to tell me that Texas saw that shit and went, oh, fuck. All right, so we need to solve a problem in the school. So what do? Oh, I got it! Let's ban cell phones! What the actual fuck is that gonna solve? Like, be honest with me. Because it's like the cell phone is a world-changing, era-defining piece of technology. Everybody today has a cell phone. So imagine a state deciding, you know what? We're not going to allow people to use this world-changing, era-defining piece of technology. That's like if, like, we went back to the 1880s and the early 1900s, and the government was like, yeah, guys, you're not allowed to use penicillin if you get sick. What the fuck? Like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, and don't get me wrong, I can kind of understand what they're trying to do here, right? Oh, if we take away the cell phones, then more students will pay attention in class. I don't think that's gonna work. You have to understand that people that don't want to pay attention in class will literally do anything else just to not listen to the teacher. Like, at the end of the day, it's really not about the phone. It's more about the fucking teacher and the student. Some students are just not willing to learn in class, and also vice versa. Some teachers are so dog shit at teaching that the entire class just doesn't want to listen to them. So when you take away the phones, in my opinion, these students that just don't want to listen to their teacher are just gonna find something else to keep themselves busy with. I'm probably gonna see a lot more people just reading books while the teacher's giving a lecture. Granted, most of these students not paying attention probably can't read on a 4th grade reading level, but I digress. My point still stands, though, that these students will still find a way to just not pay attention in class. I'm calling it right now. I'm about to see a lot more people beating their shit in the classroom. I'm calling it. Just sitting in the back of the classroom, just like, oh man, this lesson is whack as fuck. I'm honestly convinced now that Texas next year is just gonna be on some bullshit. Like, all right, guys, we're banning computers now. Start bringing a typewriter to school. Because the way that Texas is moving right now, the state gets shittier and shittier by the day. Because not only is the weather shitty, man, like absolutely the worst weather ever, is always humid as fuck, and I got swamp ass every day, but the Texas state government always implements the worst fucking laws I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, did you guys know that Texas is trying to implement a law that outlaws social media to all people under the age of 18? What the fuck? And then now you have this statewide phone ban, which in my opinion is actually extremely dangerous. Because when we live in a state where we actually have the most school shootings out of any other state, do you not think that having our phone would be a good option to have? Like, our phone would be great so that we could, you know, call or message our loved ones and tell them that we loved them, or even, I don't know, call the police? I know it sounds crazy, but that would actually be pretty helpful. Because, like, imagine this scenario. Let's say next year, this phone ban gets implemented. So nobody's allowed to bring their phones to school at all, right? And then a school shooting happens in one of these schools. And the kids in there die without being able to tell their loved ones that they loved them. You know how fucked up that is? Like, there's actually a probable chance of that happening, and it's extremely sad. Texas just makes no sense to me. These motherfuckers have the most school shootings out of any state, and they don't decide, you know what? We need stricter gun laws. Instead, they say, you know what? Phones are dangerous. What the fuck? Like, I'm a senior in high school now, guys. I don't want to spend my last fucking year of school without having a fucking phone. And honestly, I feel like if we're gonna sit here and have a conversation about technology affecting students in the classroom, I feel like the computers actually affect the students' ability to learn more than our phones. For those of you who don't know, Texas, statewide, or pretty much mostly statewide, has implemented Chromebooks. Basically, every student gets assigned a Chromebook, and we basically do all of our assignments on this Chromebook. And I'm not gonna speak for all of the students, but in my personal experience, it was actually harder to learn with the Chromebook than just to learn on paper and pencil. It almost feels like there's no personal connection between me and the teacher. The personal connection is between me and my fucking computer. Because when you think about it, I could just learn everything at home. Because all of the assignments are on Canvas and all of the lessons are also on Canvas. Because there's basically no point in having a teacher anymore in the classroom because everything is online now. Like, none of the teachers actually try to make the lessons interesting or entertaining because it's all on fucking line and it's like all in slideshows and shit. And again, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but for me, that is not an enjoyable classroom experience, and it doesn't make me want to learn. And therefore, it makes me less engaged in the classroom material. Not to mention, the Chromebooks are absolutely dog shit in terms of quality. Like, these motherfuckers never work. It's almost like the Chromebooks are powered by 2 potatoes and a fucking lemon. They're laggy as shit, they never work, and anytime we have to do a test, there's always at least like 4 or 5 people in the fucking classroom where their Chromebook just shuts down and dies. Just crashes or some shit, man. I'm convinced that these computers were used on the first Apollo mission, bro. They are dog shit. So in my opinion, if you're gonna have this conversation about technology affecting people in the classroom, then ban the Chromebooks instead of banning the phones. And this isn't even the worst part about this whole thing. The worst part about it is that you can't even have your phone out, period. Meaning you can't have your phone out during passing period in the hallway and lunch. Why the fuck am I not allowed to have my phone out at lunch? What am I learning at lunch, bro? How shitty the pan pizza is here? Like, oh yeah, man, this chicken sandwich tastes like ass. Like, genuinely, what the actual fuck are we gonna do at lunch now that our phones are gone? What, you want us to play Monopoly or some shit? Like, what are you talking about? Like, these motherfuckers in Texas think that we're in the Wild West again or some shit, playing Texas Hold'em poker and Russian roulette. Like, I would honestly be kind of okay with this if they just allowed us to have our phones out during lunch and passing period. But no! But instead, I have to sit down at lunch with my friends and do what? Play spoons? You can go suck my dick. Yo, I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, like, this phone ban's gonna cause a lot more bullying. Just chucking cheese sticks at the fucking kid with Down syndrome. Like, bro, you don't need to do all that. This is why I say that we need more young people in politics. Because let's be honest, all these old-ass motherfuckers up in our government don't know shit about young people. Like, all these motherfuckers are like 70 to 80 years old, bro. They probably don't even have a phone. They probably still send messenger hawks. Like, these motherfuckers use carrier pigeons and smoke signals to send messages. They use a telegram to communicate with their family. Like, they don't know shit. Like, if you went up to any politician above the age of 70 and you said 6'7" mango funk Dubai chocolate labubu, I think they would go into cardiac arrest. That's why we need more young people in politics, man, so they can actually be the voices for young people. Because none of the people in our politics give a fuck about the next generation. Don't even get me started on the fact that Texas is now requiring every high school classroom to include a big ass poster of the 10 Commandments. And I don't care what religion you're in, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm accepting of all of that. But in my opinion, there should be a separation of religion and state. Like, if you're going to include the 10 commandments into every high school classroom, then you should include every 10 commandments version of every single other religion. Because in my opinion, if you're gonna force your religion onto all these other people, then you should do the same with all these other religions. I don't know, I just kind of find it so funny how Texas is always like, don't force your gayness or your wokeness on us. And then they turn around and it's like, all right, but we're gonna force Christianity onto you guys. I don't know, it just seems to me it's kind of fucking hypocritical. And look, to be honest, I understand that most people watching this don't give a fuck. Like, most people watching this don't live in Texas, so it does not affect them. But it affects me, so that's why I'm talking about it. Like, boy, oh geez, I can't wait to go into my last year of high school and not have a fucking phone. On one hand, I'm lucky because I only have to do this for a year. But on the other hand, I'm unlucky because it's my last year of fucking school, and I honestly can't even enjoy it to the fullest. So, yeah. That's great. So yeah, in my opinion, this phone ban is extremely unnecessary, and in the long term, it will literally fix fucking nothing. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe down below, hit the bell button as well. You can also join the Discord down below. We do a lot of fun stuff down there. You can also follow me on Instagram at TheAngryAsian_official and on TikTok at TheAngryAsian69. But I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay happy. Peace!